Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me with the wind. I got the little muff on, but it's still pretty dang windy out here. Definitely transition in the season for sure, which is cool. I like seeing it. Better than it being hot every day. We're back home. It's also Stellar's birthday, so we want to get him out. I don't know if he doesn't care, but I think it's kind of fun to take a dog out on a birthday and try to shoot a bird for him. So we're gonna give it a whirl. I don't really want Stellar. I'm gonna pull him back down. Come on, dude. This way. Well, Stellar started celebrating his birthday by ripping out in the middle of this wheat stubble. I always try to tell myself that a dog sees this field through their nose and they're not always paying attention to what the cover looks like. In this situation, I'm clearly wanting to head down the creek in the thick stuff where I think the pheasants are going to be, but Stellar says otherwise. The bird was obviously leaving a lot of hot scent in the stubble because Stellar kept flashing on point, and as we got closer to the top of the ridge, his intensity and style increased tremendously. Look at her. Shine spotted him from a couple hundred yards away and instantly backed him. But once we reached the top of the knob, the rooster was gone and flown across the drainage. So we headed up this tiny finger of a creek looking for stragglers. There was a bird up here. I'm always amazed at how little cover it takes to hide a rooster. These critters are incredibly crafty, and they're uncanny in their ability to hide in cover that you could scarcely cover a mouse in. Freaking race is on to the top of this draw. I have to admit that chasing running roosters up a draw is one of my least favorite types of upland hunting. But in this case, it was good exercise, and we pushed to the top, only to find out that the bird the dogs had been relocating on moments before was a hen. It was a hen. Stellar had overrun it, and Shine was on it. This guy back here, plowing, he stopped. I don't know why. I mean, I'm in a place I can hunt and there's no issue, and I moved out of the way when I saw his tractor, and he stopped, and I was like, oh man, he's gonna yell at me about something. But he gets out and he says, hey man, I just jumped a big rooster one row over. I was like, hey, thanks. So it's good to have those interactions with people out in when you're out hunting. We listened to the farmer's advice and headed over to the next draw, which we already knew was going to be great. I'd hunted this spot in the past and done extremely well, and this was the best looking draw of the whole bunch. It didn't take long for the dogs to go on point, and we made a plan for getting a good open shot. Unfortunately for me, though, I botched the first attempt, throwing 2 rounds at a single bird, overwhelmed by all the roosters flushing in multiple directions. That was bad. Got him, though. But the follow-up opportunity was money. There she comes. That a girl. What a girl. I'll be honest that my relationship with Shine has been complicated over the years. I've challenged her a lot and she's challenged me, and we've landed somewhere in the middle. In terms of athleticism, she's a far cry from Stellar. But in these types of hunts, in close cover, birds that like to hide, or in her case, swim across the pond, she's a great dog to have in your toolkit. Okay, Shine. Okay, let's go. Fetch him up. And on this hunt, even though it was Stellar's birthday, she was definitely the queen of the show. Oh, she's got it. It's on the water. Get it, Shine. Get it, Shine. Get it, Shine. Good. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. That a girl. After a tough season of her turning 9 and showing a lot of laziness or just being lackadaisical in the field, she really left me speechless. Pretty much all I could say was, wow. 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 I don't know if you could see that. That bird shot across there and started swimming, and she pushed it out of there. It was there the whole time, honey. You did it. What a girl. What a girl. What a dog. What a dog, Shine. Not a girl. There's a joke in here about wet cocks. I'm going to leave it to your imagination. We're back at the truck, and man, it feels good to get out of the wind. That was a lot of getting buffeted around by really the first fall weather I think we've had this fall. I covered 6-7 miles just within a little tiny stretch of property. I feel like we checked the box for this bird this year. It's to be honest, it's not my favorite. It's just not a great pointing dog kind of bird. I like the dogs to stretch out more. I don't like having to run alongside a ditch and hope that the birds don't flush wild in front of me. So they're cool to look at, and they taste really good, but they're not checkers and they're not rough grouse. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more hunts from this season.